Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Espresso on SABC3. Lovely food in front of us here.
I know, our mouths are watering.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind when you hear the phrase Great Gatsby?
I think Leonardo DiCaprio. I think movie. I think there was a book called Great Gatsby.
But I should have said Gatsby.
Oh, Gatsby.
Because that's how we called it growing up. It's food. Cape Townians, our tummies start rumbling when we hear the word Gatsby.
Yeah. Now, we talked to comedian Wayne McKay, who's a Cape Townian at heart, and he went around to find the greatest of the great Gatsbys out here in the Kaap. Take a date.
If you call yourself a Cape Townian and you haven't had a Gatsby and you have not admitted it while you're at the wrong place, if you would like to have a Gatsby, Superfish is here out in Athlone. Come and join me.
Never heard of a doughy delight before? Fear not. I'm about to enlighten you in the way of the Gatsby. And this is in the place where it's said to have started. Superfishes in Athlone is owned by Mr. Pandey. One night in a pitch, he invented a bite of heaven.
Well, it came by accident.
Okay.
I was clearing a plot with 3 guys. Evening when we came back to the shop, there was nothing much. There was only a round Portuguese bread and some chips and polony.
Okay.
I heated it up, put a heated polony, put acha on top and cut it, and they added. And the one guy in particular, Froggy, he told me that, Lani, this is a smash, it's a Gatsby smash.
Short on the heels of the original polony creation, followed many other variations, and the Gatsby popularity grew and grew.
I think Superfish is now the best Gatsby's here in Athlone, and we come here most of every Friday for Gatsby's, and it's like nice, you enjoy yourself, and it's a filling meal.
The best Gatsby here for me is the Mega Gatsby, where you get your polony, your Vienna, your Russian, you know, and then you can put on your acha and your tomato and your spice.
I prefer calamari Gatsby's of all, because it's the best.
Oh, that was fantastic. I simply had a lovely Gatsby. Now you know where the Gatsby originates from, and we just want to find out if there's any other spots in and around Cape Town where we can find a good Gatsby, because I'm feeling a bit peckish.
A few doors down from the original Gatsby house is the Golden Dish. This is 100% halal takeaway with a whopping 26 Gatsby variations on menu. The most popular is the masala steak with cheese, and I'm ready to sink my teeth into it.
How far is that Gatsby? Our food gets sent as far as Pretoria, Durban, and overseas as well. People will come in here, they say they're catching the plane. Please make that Gatsby, or our salomis, or whatever.
It tastes fantastic, man. Yeah, especially in this place, it tastes fantastic.
Chicken Gatsby is my favorite Gatsby because I like chicken.
The one that I'll choose from them is a chicken Gatsby.
Be warned, once you start, you can't stop.
We're out here at the Cozy Corner out in Wynberg. This is a family business that's been around since 1973. This business is very popular for weddings, engagements, birthday parties, and a whole lot more. Let's go and find out inside what makes them sell some good Gatsbys.
This popular fast food spot has become famous amongst locals in its hearty, full house steak version of the Gatsby. Keep in mind that traditionally a Gatsby is such a large meal, it could easily be shared by 4 people. I had to brace myself.
Tell me, what type of meat are you using for this fantastic Gatsby?
We only use A-grade rump steak, which is fresh and not frozen. And our basting sauce is really unique because we've sourced the finest, and we use a lot of fresh ingredients to make the sauce, like olive oil and honey and fresh garlic. That's all I can give you because I don't want to give out
the recipe. Yeah, but it looks fantastic, I must say. Cool, lovely. Well, there you have it. Had a wonderful day sampling the various types of Gatsbys in and around Cape Town. So if you'd like to have a Gatsby, if you're in Cape Town, this is how we eat a Gatsby, Cape Town style.
Yes, dis nou vir jou lekker Gatsby op die bonnet met so 'n bietjie sap on the sideline daar. Lekker. Oh man, it's amazing. But of course, it's a delicious mouthful, but we're trying to kind of watch our waistlines because it is summer, right, Mariska, Elaine? Are you also watching your waistlines like that?
Definitely.
So the challenge is on now to try and find a healthier way of making a Gatsby. Is that even possible, Mariska?
by the sound of it, if you just think of a Gatsby, and we saw what a Gatsby looked like right now, it looks impossible. And the idea behind the Greater Gatsby, we like to call it the Greater Gatsby Challenge, is we asked Leigh-anne Mayer, who's a very well-known cookbook author, and she assisted Pharma Dynamics in bringing cooking from the heart to consumers and to the public last year. And we challenged her to make a heart healthy Gatsby, and if that is possible, we'll see tomorrow, because on the 8th of September, to mark the start of Nutrition Week, National Nutrition Week, we challenged her and her team and the Heart and Stroke Foundation dietitians to put together and to make a heart healthy Gatsby. And the message behind that is to show South Africans that it is possible to enjoy delicious dishes like the Gatsby that we've come to know and love in South Africa, but you can make slight changes, small changes, to make it heart healthy, because it is so important for our health.
And enjoy it guilt-free, right?
Guilt-free, absolutely.
Leigh-anne, how was it for you taking on this challenge? Was it an easy one where you're like, oh, well, I can just, you know, whatever, I can do this?
No, there's quite a lot of thinking that goes into that, because you have to stay authentic. People still need to enjoy it and recognize what you're serving as a Gatsby, and almost not know that it's a healthier version. That's sort of the challenge for me, that it must be as lekker, but people must still, you know, not think, ah, oh, come on, this is a bland and boring version, and we don't want that. So that was the biggest thing. And then obviously to get the nutritional values in the right order, according to all sort of ratio, according to what the Heart and Stroke Foundation would allow us to do. So we work on the recipe, then they look at it and say, no, there's still too much starch, or the salt is too high, then we change it accordingly. And it's a whole process. It's not a swap and change scenario, not quite that easy.
Tell us about the Heart and Stroke Foundation's requirements in order for a dish to qualify as being good for your health and good for your heart.
There's a couple of things that they look at. Obviously, the ratio of protein to starch. If it was a plate of food, not in a bread like this, they would normally say, if you divide your plate into half of it should be vegetables and salads, and the other half should be divided into two. Quarter starch and a quarter protein. So if you have that sort of as a framework, then you know that you can't only have starch and protein, which often is the case in a Gatsby. And then the salt level and the fat level is a very important thing, and not just the quantity of fat, but also the kind of fat that goes into that. So there's a lot of elements that you need to take into consideration.
But luckily you're here to sort it out for us. We'll just copy your recipe, right?
Yes, from tomorrow it will be available everywhere. So
there's a big reveal happening tomorrow as well. Can you?
Absolutely. Not big, humongous.
Humongous. Can you give us a bit of a teaser?
Well, this is about 1/2 meter. We're going to extend this 16 times and make an 8-meter Gatsby tomorrow.
Heart healthy Gatsby.
Wow,
the healthy version and in an 8-meter Gatsby.
That is absolutely incredible. So where can people find out a bit more about Nutrition Week and, you know, what it all entails?
Nutrition Week is basically a Department of Health Awareness Week to make the public more aware of how important it is to have a healthy lifestyle. And the importance is so critical for us in our country at the moment because of the increase in incidence of non-communicable diseases that's related to lifestyle. We call it lifestyle diseases. If we look at the increase in heart disease, cancers, diabetes, high blood pressure, and if we don't address the way that we live, our lifestyles now, we are facing an epidemic in this country. And that is why Pharma Dynamics, as a pharmaceutical company, the largest cardiovascular pharmaceutical company in the country, put its weight behind these kinds of initiatives, and why we teamed up with the Heart and Stroke Foundation and Chronic Disease Initiative for Africa last year to bring South Africans cooking from the heart, which is basically based on all our family favorite recipes, but with a heart healthy spin on it. So we made it healthy with the help of Leigh-anne and the Heart and Stroke Foundation dietitians. It tastes like the meals that we grew up with and we grew to love, but it's heart healthy.
And I can speak firsthand of that experience because we were at the launch last year of the book, and it was amazing to see the dishes, how you had adapted them to make them healthier, but still the taste was all there. It was really amazing. So we're looking forward to tomorrow. That's at 12 o'clock tomorrow at the V&A Waterfront, the Greater Gatsby Challenge. But right now, our resident nutritionist Andrea du Plessis is going to be trying to make a healthy Gatsby. Never heard of before, but right now it's about to happen.
Save up to 50% on your medicine bills. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if Pharma Dynamics has a generic medicine that's suitable for you.